Our coach, what's this like playing the same team twice in about a week and a half? What changes, if anything, from that game?
It's different, and when you've won the game, you don't look to change a lot of things. So we've watched some film, just some reminders. We've got to be ready to see if they, throw some different looks at us than they did a couple weeks ago. But we're excited to go back down and play in the ACC tournament.
What's this setup potentially like for you, where it could be a 2 games in a 3-day situation?
Yeah, it's different, but almost like a Final Four situation where you've got a couple games in just a few days. So we'll go down on Wednesday, do a little walkthrough on the field, play Thursday. If we're fortunate, we'll get ready for whoever the next opponent is on Saturday.
Does it help you, even if it is a true road game scenario like this is, that you're in a place you just were and know the surroundings in the field and all that stuff?
Yeah, it's. I think it's more familiar. Last time we went down, it was a bigger concern to get on the field, take a look at the surroundings. And now we've been down there before. We've watched our own film so you can see the facility again. I think guys will be more comfortable this go around.
You feel this team's peaking at the right time right now?
I hope so. I think we've been playing better every week. In the last few games, I thought that we were able to put closer to 60 minutes together, which we've been trying to do, and we were able to cut down the turnovers some, especially in the first half.
You mentioned the double F word, Final Four. Is this a Memorial Day Final Four team right now?
I think it can be. If we reach our potential, we certainly can be.
You mentioned sort of waiting to see what North Carolina might adjust in the second game around. Do you sort of try and get into what might they adjust and what you do to counter that, or do you just sort of wait and see in the game and sort of go?
Well, we don't want to guess too much, because now if you present your team with some scenarios that don't happen during the game, it becomes confusing. So I think we'll go on the fly. They're using number 77 a lot more in the second midfield. He started early in the year, didn't play a lot in our game other than man-up situations, and he's the one guy that's going to be a little different, big lefty Canadian.
You guys have had a lot of road games on the back end of the schedule. Do you like the way you guys are playing on the road at this time of the year?
Yeah, I am, because when you have so many early on, and it's kind of a question mark when you go on the road how you're going to perform. So to be more efficient and play better offense, better defense on the road has been helpful.
With the NCAA tournament right around the corner, what do you feel you need to accomplish in this ACC tournament?
Staying healthy. These are, especially with Carolina, both teams are very physical. It was a physical game last time, and those can always present injuries. So you want to stay healthy, and especially if you're going to play 3 games in 2 weeks, it's it's a grind.
Stephen Rafis was sick at the start of the year, then a little bit hurt, but he kept playing. Obviously, his game is a little bit different, a lot different now than it was then. What have you seen as far as the evolution of his game and how much he's kind of recovered from those early season ailments?
Yeah, just to have him healthy, I'm sure he's feeling better about himself. It's obviously showing in his performance. I think that we're getting some dodges off of him, getting some good assists off of him. He's seeing the field well, riding. It's just great to have your attackman back healthy.
Could you tell it wasn't Stephen Rafis of old? The first couple games, he just wasn't all there yet.
Oh, most definitely, and I'm sure he'd tell you the same thing. And when you're injured, you tend to hesitate. You slow down. You're not. You can't do the conditioning if you're sick. So it's. He's been on the upswing, and I think he's 100% right now.
The last couple of years, it's been younger classmen trying to step into those roles as you head into the ACC tournament or NCAA tournament. How have you been able to rely on the guys now that they've had those couple of years under their belt?
Well, last year I made a decision to go with some younger guys, and hoping that was going to turn into this, that they'd get that game experience as freshmen and sophomores. And now that they've had a year, basically almost 2 years under their belt, I think we're starting to see their performance being more consistent, being better with the game experience that they've had.